Now, for more on the Patriots' state of the nation and planned national confab, I'm being joined by Professor Anthony Kila. He's a member of the Patriots, speaking to us live from Lagos. Professor Kila, good to see you on Newsnight tonight. Well, this convergence, you have described it as a convergence in national reckoning. Tell us more about this convergence, what the objective is, and what you will do. How do you realize the objectives at the end of the day?
Well, thank you very much. Good to be here. The purpose of the convergence, as you call it, is to bring together stakeholders across the Federation, leaders of thought, academics, traditional rulers, and major players in the socio-economic political ecosystem of Nigeria to look at a way forward constitutionally. I emphasize constitutionally so it is not confused with any other thing. The idea is that to save us from a lot of problems in this country, we need to retool the framework within which we coexist as a people and operate as entities. To your question directly, what will happen in those days is that there will be conversations, reflections, deliberations, ideas, and at the end of the 2-3 days, as it will be, there will then be a stakeholders resolution bill calling for a new constitution. I think it will help to remind people that this is a long journey that has started with deliberations among different people and has led to a visit to the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and before and after that, stakeholders meetings across Nigeria.
All right, I mean, that sounds interesting. Actualizing a constitutional democracy that works for all in Nigeria. That's the tall order. I do understand, too, that the Patriots are actually calling on President Tinubu to convene a national conference. And the question that comes readily to mind is, really another conference? Is that really what Nigeria needs, or to act on the many conferences like the 2014 confab and many others like it that, have been held in the past? Why don't we dust up the outcomes of those confabs and, just get on with it? Why is it necessary to call for another national conference?
Well, I think whether we call for another conference or not, there must be a body, a group of people that seeks to set out the way for a new people's constitution so that it can be a people's constitution in real terms. I think it must be said that at this point, there's no way anybody in their right senses will sit down and think of the constitution, the future constitution of Nigeria, without looking at the past documents we have. The Patriots are a group of very deliberate, very informed people, and everybody involved in this process are people who are very much aware of the constitutional history of Nigeria. So whatever is said would be a correction, an amendment, an update of the past, not a tabula rasa. Nobody's starting from zero. That is beneath the intellectual capacity of the people gathering in Abuja, starting from the 15th of July.
Which, aspects of the current constitution really need to be tinkered with in a way that Nigeria can actually move forward, both on the issue of good governance and every other, social ideal of the country? Which aspects need to be, addressed critically?
Well, I think there is, a fundamental aspect that I think every right-thinking person will agree, which is actually the first part of the Constitution that says we the people. The first thing you realize about Nigeria is that the first 3 words that binds us together is based on the fallacies, based on an untruth. I've had cause to say, and let me repeat again, that the Constitution of a country is like the Bible to Christians or the Quran to Muslims, the holy books. That is the supreme book. If the supreme book that guides millions of people together is based on something that is not true, you can understand why a lot of things might not be going well. So when you say the crucial part, one of the very crucial parts is actually the beginning. So that when we say with the people, this is an opportunity to have a book that is actually about we the people, written by we the people in the right sense, not a decree that was saying to the people. The other aspects that will stem from our experience, a constitution, and I say there as somebody who studies and writes books about constitution, is that a constitution is a living document. It is not something that is cast in stone. It is a continuous review of reflection of our present life, understanding of our past, and projection of a better future. So to that extent, the new constitution of the people will reflect the anxieties, aspirations, constraints, and visions of the people of Nigeria from across the Federation, to curb what is bad today, encourage what is good, all towards having better governance and a better way of living.
So Kila, a chicken and egg situation. Is it a good people, a set of decent Nigerians that can make the constitution work, whether it is a perfect constitution or a near perfect one? Or is it the constitution really, that perfect constitution, can we even achieve that? That will make Nigerians, whether in government, in public sector, in private sector, actually deliver on whatever their promise is. Some would say it's really not about the constitution. It is about the people at the end of the day. Is there any plan to address the mindset, the orientation of the people, so that when this document comes about, then we can truly reflect, the constitution at the end of the day?
Well, I think it's important to know that these things go together. You call it egg and chicken situation. It might be so, but definitely good people will do badly within a bad constitution. Bad people will be constrained to do better if they are forced to work in a framework that enables them to work better and constrains them from doing bad things. A very simple example is the fact that these same Nigerians that we think are badly behaved, when they're in another context, we tend to behave well. Once we leave our shores and we walk in a framework that has good laws, Nigerians tend to behave like any other people. I do not believe that there's anything wrong or right, inherently wrong or right with Nigeria. I think it is more of our social construct, and the epitome of our social construct is the Constitution. We need to understand that we're a diverse country full of potentials, and that we need a framework that can harness that diversity and potentials to let us lead a life that ensures security, peace, and prosperity. But it has to be a book, a framework, a guide that recognizes our anxieties and our aspirations and turns them into reality. There is no way a few people or somebody can just give us a decree. The other advantage, you see, of having a constitution is that it gives people a set of reset moments. We've had democracy now since 1999 uninterruptedly, but because almost everything about it has been so partisan, we have not had a chance to actually come together as a people, regardless of our partisan differences. This move that the Patriots have conveyed and are pursuing is an opportunity to reset in unity and overcome the differences for progress.
Well, Professor Anthony Kila, member of the Patriots, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully we'll be able to unravel the fundamental challenges that actually threaten Nigeria's unity and future. Thank you for joining us on Newsnight.